Today is August 22nd, 2016, back with the StocksToTrade trade recap. Nailed a really solid trade today and got a great start to the week. So the trade I made, there was actually a lot of opportunity today, even though, I kind of started out the day, wasn't that much going on, but right away I had, and you don't always need 100 stocks moving to make it a good day. Today was a great day, but CYCC, so I posted this chart, the exact chart right here this morning, and really, I was kind of watching this level between, this 780 lows, and then really what I was watching was this 840 level. I mean, if it would have kind of gapped down out of the open, I would have never watched this. But I was fixated on this 840 level. When it broke that, I went in pretty aggressively because it was early. I talk about time of day a lot in StocksToTrade Pro, and actually we'll go over that on RLJE as well. But, it was early. This thing was ripping right out of the gate. I went in pretty heavy. I got that nice squeeze pushed almost to 9. And then I held back through this. I really, I was back to even, but I really thought that this thing had the potential for $10 plus. So, I had waited, was pretty patient. This thing was kind of around VWAP. Again, we talk about VWAP a lot in StocksToTrade Pro, but it held that. And then, mid-morning here, 10:30, just huge rip. All the way up through 9s, and then ultimately topped out at 972. I held through that. Again, my goal was 10 plus. Maybe I was getting a little greedy, but I had profits, or I didn't have profits. I had, I was in the green on this trade right away. I was like, okay, let's let this thing work and see if it can really get some momentum. And then it pulled back basically to 920, 920, and then I, just ran out of patience. It was a little before noon. I sold in the 920s, which was nice because I didn't waste this next kind of, hour or so and get stuck in this late day fade. So I didn't get the whole meat of the move, but I got, what was that? 840s to 920s. I'll take 70, 80 cents a day, any day, on a couple hour day trade. So real happy with that. And then on the flip side, I wasn't going to try it, but I mean, you can see that 9 level was all the midday lull support. Once it cracked that, I mean, that's a solid short setup. I didn't take it, but that's a whole dollar amount. That, I mean, once that cracks, you could definitely short that with kind of a stop and maybe just above 9, and then you see it fades all day and finish pretty weak. Probably ends up gapping down tomorrow. STEM was the other trade I wanted to take, but I was fixated on CYCC. I was looking at this push to 2 for an ultimate fade. I think I alerted somewhere in here that, hey, this looks heavy. Now, it just never cracked. Of course, there was never any real reason to cover either had you got short, as long as you had the right size for an overnight short, but just kind of banged around. It just got quote-unquote crowded. You go to Twitter and everybody's short, so it's like when everybody is on one side of the trade, it's probably not going to work. Now, tomorrow, next day, I think this could be a solid swing short. Had I shorted it, had I not been busy with CYCC, I would have definitely scaled down into the end of the day, but I would have considered an overnight, small quarter, half size type overnight trade. And then the other one I want to go over, even though there's plenty of other ones, is RLJE. I totally missed this. It was because of the fact that I was in CYCC. I may not, I think I do a few things well. Multitasking is not one of them. When I'm in a stock, when I'm in a momentum stock, I'm not looking to get in another momentum stock. When you get two, at least for me, 2 stocks with big swings, you'll end up making poor decisions. So, but anyway, I saw it in StocksToTrade. I just didn't take it. So once I was out of CYCC, I was watching this, and and I tweeted this kind of 3 to 320 level, but I said exactly, and this is where the time of day that we talk about in Pro, I'm not going to buy a momentum stock, at 1:30, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. No, I won't do it because I've seen so many of these that do exactly what RLJE did. It just ends up fading all day. And it's ironic that I said I will look to buy this post 2:30, above that 320 level. And what's it do? I mean, almost exactly at 2:30, yanks, hits 3, fades all day. So that is, again, I talk about the timeline. I treat trades differently depending on the time of the day, but not to get too in depth of that. We talk about it in pro. So RLJE for me was a good non-trade. I waited for 2:30. It didn't do what I expected. No trade. Great. I don't want to be sitting in this thing long overnight when it's up 50% and closes weak. So I'm happy I did not trade that because I followed my plan. DE, this went out in the weekly watch list. I really was looking for dips to buy this, and I kind of got them here. I never took it, but I like this close, basically right at 88. Tomorrow if it can push through 88, this could be a quote-unquote real trade in a real company that could definitely work out. So in all, great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.